Progressive Web Apps, a presentation on how Progressive Web Apps transforms web development and enhances user experiences. This group consisting of Brijesh, Dipen, Kevin and myself Gaurav. Progressive web apps are one of the most recent trends in web apps, which profoundly change the way web apps are being developed now. In this video, the progressive web apps effect on different areas it describes such as user experience, youth and natural resources. The reason we choose this topic was mainly it offers insight into their cross-platform compatibility, offline functionality, performance optimization, user engagement, security and industry relevance, contributing to advancement in web development practices. The study provides an insight on how small-scale businesses can be relieved on the tension faced in app stores as well as be argument on progressive web apps which helps in development and offers good user experiences. To discuss the effects on how the application to market information technology, it is also necessary to investigate the issue of cross-device possibilities, which is illustrated by Smart Choice as a progressive web apps that is smooth deal search on the web. The following part of the research approach is concerning the academic sphere and it describes the progression from the relatively modest number of slow mobile web technology to complex progressive web apps framework that is able to overcome the restriction of educational mobile web searching in academic institutions.
The articles exploring the impact of progressive web apps on mobile development, with a focus on addressing limitations of traditional native apps. Progressive web apps emerge as a compelling alternative, seamlessly blending web and mobile features without requiring installation. These studies delve into key progressive web apps principles: responsiveness, connectivity independence through service workers, and app-like user experience. Comparative analysis highlight the cost and time efficiency of progressive web apps development, reduce installation barriers, and consistent user interfaces. While recognizing the progress, there are acknowledged gaps. The critical analysis points to the need for in-depth studies on long-term user retention and sustained engagement. Future research direction include addressing challenges related to browser compatibility, ensuring consistent user experiences, and exploring privacy and security concerns in diverse network conditions. As progressive web apps gain traction, collaborative efforts between academia and industry are encouraged to innovate strategies enhancing user engagement and ensuring secure, seamless experience across platforms, thereby advancing the evolving landscape of mobile applications.
Methodologies. The research on progressive web apps took a well-rounded approach, using various methods to understand how well web apps are adopted and perform. Firstly, the study looked at the recent papers and industry events like Google I/O to get an overall picture of what's happening in the web app space. Then, to dive deeper into how people are using and benefiting from web apps, the research used case studies and examples from big platforms like Twitter and Ola were explored to see how web apps impacted things like app size and user conversion rates. By using statistical methods such as percentage increases in mobile traffic reported by Ola, the study provided solid evidence and numbers to support its findings. The research didn't stop there. It also dig into specific web apps implementations like mobile Bitcoin payments. This helped to showcase how adaptable progressive web apps can be in different situations. A unique aspect of the research was its focus on energy efficiency, inspired by a study from Rebecca Franson and Alexander Dragin from Linnaeus University. They used a method called the analytic hierarchy process, which is a decision-making tool. This was applied to compare web app with other app development approaches like native and hybrid, making the evolution more detailed and user-focused. Critical analysis and discussion. In analyzing the 5 articles on progressive web apps in mobile development, it is clear that they have a big impact on app sizes and how users experience them. Companies like Twitter and Ola prove that web apps work well by using less storage space and getting more people to use their apps, especially in places with not so great internet connections. There is a problem with different browsers, especially Apple's Safari, make progressive web apps tricky. This affects how well they work on various devices.
The evaluated articles on progressive web apps provide a comprehensive overview, highlighting their cost effectiveness, cross platform capabilities, and seamless user experiences. Authors incorporate empirical evidence and case studies for practical insights. Future research should focus on addressing challenges, conducting comparative analysis, and exploring technical and security issues. Gap in the research signal a need for in-depth examination of limitation, user preferences, and browser dependency, especially in iOS Safari. To address these gaps, future studies should emphasize in-depth comparative research, delve into security risk, and incorporate real-world case studies. The collective articles form a solid foundation but underscore the necessity for further research to ensure progressive web apps effectively revolutionize web application development, engineering technology, and educational systems.
After exploring 5 articles on progressive web apps reveal a comprehensive exploration of progressive web apps' significance and potential impact on various domains. The evaluation of the works indicates a robust understanding of progressive web apps' functionalities, advantages, and challenges. While the articles effectively highlight the benefit of progressive web apps such as seamless user experience and cost effectiveness, there is a need for more subtle examination of potential limitations and challenges associated with their adoption and implementation across diverse technological landscape and industries. Furthermore, the discussion could benefit from deeper insight into the implication of progressive web apps for specific sectors, including e-commerce, healthcare, education, and engineering. Predicting the direction of research, further studies should focus on addressing these gaps by conducting empirical studies to assess progressive web apps efficacy in real-world scenarios and across different user demographics. Collaborative efforts between academia and industry are essential to innovate strategies enhancing user engagement and ensuring secure, seamless experience across platforms and thereby advancing the evolving landscape of web application development.
Critical analysis and discussion segment of my paper shows that progressive web apps are pretty of the academic profiling as of January 2017. The contribution of scant academic sources to the knowledge is right to be a major information gap which may together be a window to a new research. The study clarifies that adding academic contributors to this research will be probably insignificant in its current development. The research study has outlined a couple of ways of filling up the gaps. One of them is to develop drugs that will be more efficient. Progressive web apps can be introduced to the academic community by having an introductory section where concepts and technologies are covered. Example demonstrating how progressive web apps compare with existing approaches will also be provided. In addition, there will be a supplementary material to ensure result verification. Research can assist in this respect to the academic with a sound knowledge base of which progressive web apps can be founded and close the gap between industry. In conclusion, the evolution of PWS across the discussed article underscores the transformative impact on web application development. Progressive web apps offer significant advantages such as seamless user experience, cost effectiveness, and platform independence as outlined in 5 research articles. However, gaps exist, highlight the need for exploration of challenges, limitations, and real-world implementations. Future research should focus on real studies measuring a long-term performance and user satisfaction with the progressive web apps, addressing technical issues like security and compatibility. Modified analysis with the native and hybrid apps are crucial for a fair assessment. Further exploration of progressive web apps advancement, platform issues, and integration with the app stores is recommended. The bridge gaps upcoming studies should dive into progressive web app security, user sentiment about installation, and innovative strategies, providing a complete understanding of how progressive web apps can reshape web app development.